Hello everyone. Today, we will be counting down the top 5 best dragon riders in the Dance of the Dragons. Although determining the best dragon rider is a challenging task, neither the books nor the TV series provide a definitive way to measure a dragon rider's skill. However, by examining the strength of the bond between a rider and their dragon, as well as a dragon rider's level of experience, it's possible to form an opinion on who stands out as the most exceptional. The books and TV series offer glimpses into the relationships between the riders and their dragons, showcasing the depth of their connections and the trust they've built. Additionally, the stories provide insight into the dragon rider's experience levels, revealing who has spent the most time riding and commanding their dragon. By considering these two key factors, it's possible to evaluate the dragon riders in the series and develop a subjective ranking of who might be considered the best. This approach allows for a more nuanced understanding of the characters' abilities and their potential as dragon riders. Coming in at number 5 is the renowned Queen of the Black faction, Rena Targaryen. Although Rena does not engage in combat herself, she is an accomplished dragon rider. Notably, she holds the distinction of being the youngest character in the world of A Song of Ice and Fire to claim and ride a dragon, achieving this feat at the tender age of 7. It was at this young age that she took to the skies on the back of her dragon, Syrax. Given that nearly 2 decades pass before the war begins, and considering Rena's frequent flights with Syrax, it is reasonable to assume that she would have accumulated substantial experience as a dragon rider. Furthermore, the fact that Syrax was a young dragon with no previous rider suggests that Rena may have been her first and only rider, potentially strengthening the bond between them. At number 4, we have Helena Targaryen, also known as the Queen of the Green faction. Although she didn't participate in the fighting, her ranking is based solely on her exceptional skill as a dragon rider. To evaluate this skill, I consider 2 key factors: the strength of the bond between a rider and their dragon, as well as the rider's experience. Unfortunately, many dragon riders lack sufficient experience and do not have a strong enough bond with their dragon to make it onto this list, which is why it's limited to the top 5. However, Helena stands out due to her extensive experience and the strong connection she shares with her dragon. Helena became a dragon rider at the young age of 11, claiming the dragon Dreamfire as her own. With years passing between this event and the start of the war, she had ample time to accumulate experience as a dragon rider. However, her experience is likely surpassed by Rena's, given that Rena spent more time flying with her dragon. Despite this, Helena is considered to be ahead in terms of her abilities as a dragon rider. The reason for this lies in the exceptionally strong bond she shares with Dreamfire. The depth of their connection is poignantly demonstrated at the moment of Helena's death, when Dreamfire suddenly rises, breaks 2 of her chains, and unleashes a deafening roar that shakes the dragon pit. This powerful display suggests that Helena's bond with Dreamfire is significantly stronger than Rena's bond with her own dragon. Coming in at number 3 is the King of the Green faction, Aegon II Targaryen. This may be a surprise to some fans, particularly those who haven't read the books. However, Aegon is indeed remembered as a skilled dragon rider. At just 13 years old, he formed a strong bond with the dragon Sunfire, also referred to as the Golden. Although Rena had more experience as a dragon rider, having started riding her dragon at a younger age. But the connection between Aegon and Sunfire is notably stronger than the bonds between Rena and her dragon, as well as Helena and her dragon. Aegon's exceptional strength lies not just in his experience, but in the extraordinary bond he shares with his dragon, Sunfire. This bond is one of the strongest in Westerosi history, and a testament to their deep connection. A remarkable example of this is when Sunfire, despite being severely injured in his battle with Meleys at Rook's Nest, flew all the way to Dragonstone to be with Aegon, without any instruction or prompting. This selfless act demonstrates the profound understanding and loyalty between Aegon and Sunfire. Furthermore, when Sunfire eventually succumbed to his injuries, Aegon was overcome with grief, weeping uncontrollably and struggling to compose himself. This emotional response suggests that Aegon's attachment to Sunfire surpassed even his familial bonds. underscoring the extraordinary depth of their relationship. The strength of their bond is a defining characteristic of Aegon's dragon riding abilities, setting him apart from his peers. Initially, I found it challenging to decide between the top two dragon riders, as their skills were remarkably evenly matched. However, after careful consideration, I realized that one rider had a significant edge in terms of experience, which ultimately led me to place them in the number one position. At number two, we have the queen who never was, Rhaenys Targaryen. She achieved the impressive feat of becoming a dragon rider at just 16 years old and has spent more time riding a dragon than anyone on this list so far. This extensive experience has undoubtedly honed her skills and deepened her bond with her dragon. Rhaenys' exceptional abilities as a dragon rider are evident in her battle against Aegon and Aemond. Although battle prowess is not the primary criterion for determining the best dragon rider, it is worth noting that the size of the dragon often outweighs the rider's skill. Nevertheless, Rhaenys' remarkable performance in nearly taking down Vhagar, despite being outnumbered, speaks volumes about both Meleys's strength and Rhaenys' exceptional skill as a dragon rider. And the best dragon rider is none other than the infamous rogue prince, Damon Targaryen. Damon formed a bond with his dragon, Caraxes, in his late teens or early 20s, which may be later than the other notable dragon riders on this list. However, his extensive experience as a dragon rider far surpasses that of his contemporaries. Notably, Damon is the only dragon rider who had participated in a full-scale war prior to the events of the Dance of the Dragons. His battles on the Stepstones earned him invaluable combat experience, which, combined with his decades-long partnership with Caraxes, solidified his position as the most seasoned dragon rider in the conflict. This unique blend of martial prowess and dragon riding expertise makes a strong case for Damon being considered the best dragon rider in the Dance of the Dragons. Damon's bond with Caraxes is truly exceptional and should not be underestimated. The depth of their connection is evident in their final battle with Aemond, where Damon showcases remarkable control and trust in his dragon. By jumping from Caraxes to deliver the fatal blow to Aemond, Damon demonstrates an extraordinary level of confidence in his dragon's stability and responsiveness. This feat is a testament to the strength of their bond, which is likely a result of their extensive experience together. Given the remarkable nature of their connection, it is reasonable to conclude that Damon was one of the most skilled dragon riders during the Dance of the Dragons. His ability to work in tandem with Caraxes, combined with his own martial prowess, made him a formidable opponent in the skies. The synergy between Damon and Caraxes is a key factor in their success, and their partnership is an exemplary model of the powerful bonds that can form between dragons and their riders. And there you have it, my list of the top 5 best dragon riders. Keep in mind that this list is based on my personal opinions, and I'm not claiming to be right or wrong. It's simply my take on things. Now, I'd love to hear from you. In the comments, share your top 5 picks for the best dragon riders in the Dance of the Dragons. I'm curious to see who you think stands out. Thanks for tuning in. I'll catch you in the next one.